It's time for another season in review, and joining me here from last season is Matteo Gennaro. Matteo, thanks so much for taking time to visit with us.
Yeah, no problem.
First and foremost, congrats on signing with Bakersfield for this coming season. That's got to be pretty exciting for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really exciting. It just was something that was a goal of mine to start the year last year with Wichita. So yeah, to have that happen and just give me a good opportunity to get back to the American Hockey League is really exciting.
Can you reflect on last season and what being here in Wichita meant for your career?
Yeah, it was an awesome year for me, honestly. I was just really happy to be able to play hockey at the time. In December it was looking like there wasn't many leagues that were going to play. So yeah, I was eager to be able to come to Wichita and play a lot of minutes and be a leader on a team here and just try to help the team win and be successful. And yeah, overall, I think we accomplished a lot. We didn't achieve our end goal of winning the Kelly Cup, but we had a really awesome regular season and a pretty good playoff run. It was a tough way to lose in overtime there in Game 5, but I guess it was that way. So
Sure. When you look back on how the playoff run went, I mean, it could have gone either way, and you had a very solid playoff for this team. I'm sure that's when you look at it now, it's hard to kind of swallow, but at the same time, like I said, it could have gone either way. Both teams were so even, it seemed.
yeah, yeah, credit to them. They had a good hockey team as well. I thought we matched up against them very well too. And like I said, it was kind of a heartbreaking loss. It's a tough way to go out when you make it to a Game 7, so to speak, and you lose in overtime. I mean, it's about as close as it gets. So yeah, I mean, personally, it was a pretty good performance by myself. I was happy with how I was playing, and um, you know the team played well as well, and we just fell short. But it was a fun playoff ride there.
Now, looking back in the middle of the season, you suffered a little bit of an injury. Was it hard to get back into rhythm after you got back on the ice?
Um, yeah, the injury was definitely a little bit of a setback, but that's to be expected and the duration of a season, and especially with this year, a condensed season with the same amount of games. It was really challenging, I think, for everyone. We played the same amount of games you would over probably a 7-month span, and we did that in a shorter period of time. So it was a lot of hockey. It was in a short period of time, and a lot of games, and a lot of games that were back-to-back nights. So when you're playing that much hockey in pro sport, you're bound to come across a few injuries here and there. So for me, yeah, I had a little setback there with that lower body injury, but I was pretty happy with how I came back when I was healthy, and for me it was not too bad. I mean, our team, it changed a lot after my injury. We acquired a lot of key pieces, and it was just a learning period for the whole team, and I thought I adjusted pretty well.
Speaking of the amount of games you guys played in such a condensed time frame, how does that affect the way you approach this offseason?
Um, yeah, it's definitely different. You don't have as much time, so you gotta be smart with your training and your on ice sessions. I think you just gotta, um, you know, first and foremost, you do have to give yourself a break mentally and physically, and just take some time away from the game. So for me, that's kind of what I did after the season. I took 3 weeks and just hung out and yeah, just giving my body the rest it needs, and yeah, just not really thinking much about hockey and letting myself just have some fun and enjoy my time off. I think that's important for any pro hockey player if you ask them. So that's kind of what I have done up till now, and I mean, I'm back training again now, so yeah, you have to kind of give yourself a quick break, but you got to get back into it soon because, training camps are in September. So, yeah, I mean, I'm back to training now and, I'm, skating now as well. I'm going to be skating tomorrow and ramp up the skates slowly but surely. But, yeah, it's a condensed summer as well. So it's a little different.
Matteo Gennaro joining us, coming off an outstanding season individually for him. And Matteo, you mentioned training camp starts in September. Do you kind of know what the process is going to be as you guys get ready for the season?
I don't know yet, but right now it's kind of just things are happening pretty quickly. And like I said, I just signed with Bakersfield this past weekend. So yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at. I haven't heard a whole lot of details about training camp and stuff yet, but I'm sure I will shortly.
Sounds good. Any other things you got planned for the rest of the summer, or is it just focusing in on getting back in shape and ready for hockey in September?
Yeah, I mean, not too much. Just gonna be, relaxing a ton and hanging out with some friends and family that I haven't seen in a while. And it's just been really nice to hang out with all of them. And, all the craziness of COVID has kind of, seemed to straighten itself out here. So it's been yeah, a big blessing to just, hang out with my family every day and see some buddies and get back to training with some of my hockey friends and just relax. My family just got a lake cabin, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna be spending a lot of time at the lake and relaxing outside of my training and hockey. So
And maybe you can get Bruce to fly out there and go fishing with you.
ah, yeah, I think there actually is some good fishing at this lake. So Ram would be he'd be pumped, he'd be in his element.
Well, thanks so much for your time. Again, congrats on signing with Bakersfield, and enjoy the rest of your off season. Okay.
Thanks, appreciate it, Malzy.
Not a problem. That is Matteo Gennaro. This edition of Season in Review. We'll talk to you again next time.